This is Download This Show. I'm Ariel Bogle and I'm joined today by Claire Reilly, Senior Editor at CNET, and Ray Johnston, Editor at Junkee. And today we're talking about Facebook. People are mad at it. Again, surprise, surprise. But this time it's over what they're doing with your mobile phone number. Claire, walk us through what's going on here.
Okay, so a really valuable and important tool on social media when you log into an account is called two-factor authentication. So you're probably used to logging in with, I'll call it joeblogs at Gmail. Again, you might use Facebook and you type in your password. If you're signing in from a new computer, a really good way to secure yourself is to require that website to get a second piece of information from you, so that if someone hacks me and they get access to my email and password, they can't just use that to log in on a new device, change all my passwords and lock me out of everything. Two-factor means that anytime you're not on a recognized device, so it won't hassle you when you're at home or on your work computer, but say you log in from a friend's house or say a hacker logs in from a different computer, it's going to require either a text message that's sent to you, sometimes you get it for banking transactions, or in some cases, probably the preferred case is an authenticator app like Google Authenticator, which is what I use, and it's probably the preferred method because what Facebook has done is they have taken the phone number that people were using, being good about securing their accounts and saying, I'm going to be a good, secure person, and then they've made it possible for that phone number to be used to look anybody up. So whilst you can hide your phone number from appearing on your page, or you can make it visible to everyone if you want, it is possible if, say, I'm importing all my contacts from my phone, that I'll be able to find you because your phone number's in my phone. So that's problematic for privacy, and it's something that was supposed to be a good feature for people doing the right thing, and now it's been co-opted.
Right. So people are getting mad about this on Twitter. There was a Twitter thread which I think really brought this to people's attention, the fact that Facebook had moved the goalposts, I suppose, about your mobile phone number, encouraging you to give it for security reasons, and then maybe using it for advertising, maybe using it for search. This is the kind of grey area that gets people really hyped up. Ray, is the mobile phone number, is this more personal to people than the email address, which people give out online all of the time?
Absolutely. If someone calls me, that's horrifying. I don't want that to happen more. But no, I think, people have attachments to phone numbers. They've had them for very, very long times. They don't want to have to change them. And it does make that accessibility way more immediate. It also can be used in a multitude of different ways where an email address can't, in order to, co-opt identity theft and all sorts of things like that. Facebook are moving the goalposts. By now we should realise that we can't really trust Facebook that they're going to do what they say they're going to do with the information that we've given them. I think that this is just a further erosion of people's trust in Facebook. We're seeing it escalating over the years.
It's so important to remember that we do throw around our emails and quite often our phone numbers pretty willy-nilly, but it's really important for us to reconsider that. I know there was a telco in Australia that was actually trying to get this move off the ground to allow people to have virtual mobile numbers. So not a mobile number tied to a SIM card in your phone, but maybe you have your phone number that all your work contacts use to contact you, but then you have a more sort of generic spammy number that if you lost access to it, it wouldn't be a deal breaker. I've had, the same phone number, as I'm sure we all have, for a really long time. And if it's used for two-factor authentication, you use access to that, you have lost access to your entire digital life. Same goes for your email address. I have my Gmail address, and then I have a kind of a more, I'll use it for email sign-up lists or loyalty clubs, things like that. That's a Hotmail address because I kind of see that as the one that I'm happy to get a little bit dirtier, or that's the house that I'll rent out and, let people have a spare key to. But my own house, I won't rent out because all of my identity is verified by an email coming into Gmail. So if someone gets that, they have the keys to the kingdom. They can go into secondary accounts and say, can I get a password reset? It's like, sure thing, get a password reset to your Gmail. Suddenly they're changing your Facebook, Twitter, internet banking, Ticketek.
You're making me so stressed.
So the tip then, if that's terrifying, I want to just make it terrifying enough, but then just say, be really protective with your primary email address and the one that you use for the important stuff in life, be protective of it. Have a complex password that you don't use anywhere else. Make sure your Gmail email, your primary email account doesn't have a password you use anywhere else, and secure it with two-factor authentication. You can go onto the iOS or Google Play Store and get Google Authenticator, and it's a little app on your phone that generates a 6-digit code every 60 seconds. You can use it to log into your account, so you need your phone, and someone who's hacking you would need your phone. And you don't have to do it every single time you log in. Once your home computer is recognized, cool, bam, it's done. But those protect your email, one password for your email that you don't use elsewhere, and do two-factor but with an app.
Very good security advice.
Okay, I'm done. I'm on a bit of a rant, but also I thought I'd just jump in with the opportunity.
Yeah, but to bring it back to Facebook, I just want to say their statement to journalists around this issue of being searchable by mobile phone is that, look, it's nothing new. The setting applies to any phone numbers you added to your profile. You can make yourself searchable by friends alone rather than the whole world using your mobile phone number, but you can't switch it off entirely. And just quickly, Ray, is this defensiveness from Facebook around this something new, or are they just doubling down, I guess, on this mobile phone issue?
It is absolutely doubling down. And I also don't necessarily want people that are even just on my friends list to have my phone number.
No, it's a bit creepy, I would have to say.
I want them to just be able to contact me on Facebook and nowhere else. Don't call me.
That's
Never
why
call me.
I got Facebook, not phone book.
Phone book. Ew.
Wait, phone book's already a thing.
You're listening to Download This Show. I'm here with Claire Reilly of CNET and Ray Johnston of Junkee. And that's all we have time for. And of course, Download This Show is a podcast, a great podcast. So make sure you subscribe in whatever podcast app you choose. Thanks so much. I'm Ariel Bogle.